Hello there. So today we're going to be doing a first impression and then a wear test. So we're going to be putting this thing, which I shall reveal in a second, through its paces. The thing in question is the Retro Luxe Matte Lip Kip. It's not a lip kip. What would that be? A lip kip? Like some kind of lip product you wore when you were having a kip? By the way, if you're not from the UK, kip is like another word for sleep. So I don't know, it could be like a moisturising like mask for when you're asleep. Anyway, what is she even on about? Who knows? So this is by Makeup Revolution. They've recently brought out a whole range of these lip kits. I'm always going to say kip now, forevermore. So yeah, they brought a whole range of these. They range from neutral shades, your like typical nudes, all the way up to like very dark, vampy like purples and browns. They don't really have any bright colours yet. They're all like quite like dark colours, if that makes sense. But in this kit you do get a liquid lipstick and a pencil. What does this remind you of here? Yes, that's right, the Kylie Jenner lip kits. Oh, I've got the wrong note. I've got my little notes here, right, and I was filming 2 videos today and I've just picked up the wrong notes for the other product and I was thinking, this doesn't seem right. This wasn't $139. That would be a bit crazy, wouldn't it? And these cost £6 and they are meant to give you an intense matte finish. It says it's a liquid lacquer. I hate the word lacquer. I think the word lacquer is such an outdated word that needs to be just forgotten now. Lacquer. It just, I don't know, it makes this, I don't mean any offence here, but when I hear the word lacquer, it makes me think of like an older lady. This sounds awful. I'm probably going to edit this out, right? But an older lady sat there with her hair in curlers. She's just had one of those purple rinses. Look, I could be describing myself here, really. This is probably me in like 40 years. Anyway, lacquer. It reminds me of something that she would wear. A lacquer. Am I the only one thinking this? Or have I wildly offended everybody? Okay, anyway, it says it gives you a long-lasting, intense finish, and they brought these out because there was such a demand from their customers for it. I don't think it was a demand. I think possibly they just saw how popular the Kylie lip kits were, and they thought, there is a demand for this, which is fair enough. I agree, there is a demand. Anyway, I'm not going to go on. This is in the shade Rain. Rain as in the kind of royalty kind of rain, as opposed to like rain as in the weather. It's pouring down with rain here. I am getting so wet. It's raining cats and dogs. It's the royalty kind of version. This is the first time I've opened this as well. So let's see. Okay. Oh, it looks really, really pretty actually. So you've got just your kind of standard lip liner and it's black with rose gold writing. It's got like a preview of the shade at the end. So yeah, very nice. And then we've got the liquid lipstick itself, which, I mean, it looks pretty much like any other liquid lipstick that's around at the moment, but it does have a lovely kind of rose gold lid, which don't we all love a bit of rose gold? Okay, and the shade looks really, really pretty. I'm just going to compare it because don't I seem to compare everything to my Child Star by Too Faced? Everything. If you watch my videos, you'll notice I seem to think that everything either looks like Max Faux or Child Star. I don't know why. Anyway, so if you compare the two together, they do look quite similar actually, although the Rain one is slightly darker and the Child Star is a bit more nude. Anyway, we can compare that on another occasion. Oh, I need to get my existing lip product off. By the way, this is Westie and it's a Lippy Sticks by Colourpop. I really cannot get over the smell of these, by the way. Just to say, the smell is bugging me more and more each time I use them. Is anyone else hearing me on this? Also, just to say as well, I am premiering Butterfly Beach, which was the highlighter that I got from Colourpop, and I'm loving it. You know, in my review, by the way, sorry, I'll link it below. Sorry to go off on a tangent. But, you know, in my review, I said I thought it'd be a bit too dark for me and I wouldn't be able to get away with it probably. She was wrong. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. What do you think? Do you think it's a bit too dark for me or do you think it's giving me like a bronze kind of sun-kissed look? What do we think? Am I looking sun-kissed right now? Sun-kissed? So, Westie is removed. I have bare lips, although they do look a little slight bit stained. Anyway, so I took the liberty as well of removing the plastic from the lip pencil. because haven't you seen me get frustrated with removing packaging enough times now? I know, not the most exciting content for you to be viewing there. So let's have a look. We'll do a little swatcheroo. Very nice. It's like a, oh, it's beautiful actually. It's not just very nice, it's beautiful. So it went on really smoothly, so that's very promising. Okay, so I'm just going to apply this lip liner first. I'm not the best at applying lip liner. You know when you know that someone's watching, even though you're not watching right now, but I know in the future you'll be watching. You know, like I become awful at anything. I might be like a master at something, and then if someone's watching over my shoulder, all of a sudden, it's like I'm a monkey trying to do something. For example, like at work, I'll be typing away all day. I'm really good with the keyboard. Type, type, type. And then someone comes to look at something, and I'm showing them something. All of a sudden, I can't spell anything. My letters are getting jumbled. The more that I'm not spelling things correctly, I'm getting freaked out and I'm shaking and I'm just pressing buttons left, right, centre, and they're behind me going, oh, Anwen, how do you make it through the day sometimes? And I'm saying, I don't know. But it's just because someone's watching, I get so nervous. Anyway, whatever. I'm just going to carry on. This is a lot more pink than I expected, actually. Oh. Yeah, it's a lot more pink than I expected. I was thinking it was going to be a bit more like nudie, like muted. Okay, so not the best application, but there we go. It's on. And it definitely is a lot more of a, like, bright pink. Like, it's not bright as in neon, but it's a lot more of a, like, a pretty kind of pink. I can see, like, almost hints of coral with this. Like, coral hints? I don't know. That might just be me. By the way, I've just lined around my lips, as opposed to doing my entire lip area. I've gone around. Okay, so are we ready? This is the moment we've been waiting for. Let's have a little look. Okay, so we've just got a traditional little kind of applicator there. It's not a doe foot. It's more of a foot. I don't know. Is it, what is this? A foot? I don't know. It's not a doe foot. So is it a foot? I don't know. It's got little tiny, oh, what are we doing here? What's she up to? I don't know. You know what? I just can't not say this, but it reminds me a lot of faux. Like if faux was in liquid lipstick form, that's what it reminds me of. I mean, and I'm being honest, I'm not even joking. I know what I said earlier, but I really like being serious. It does remind me of faux. Everything reminds me of faux, I know. But anyway, okay, so let's do this. Okay, so it's going on nicely. It's going on really nicely. That is looking real. It's really easy to apply, and it's gone on really opaquely. It's opaquely a word, I don't know, but it looks really opaque. It's not patchy. You may notice, but I only put quite a thin layer on because I know that if you put too much on, then it really is dry and it's uncomfortable and it's a bad situation. So I made an effort just to put a little bit on. I only did the one dip at the beginning, and that covered the entire lips very agreeably. It is feeling a little bit dry so far, but I mean, I really love this shade. I think it's a really pretty kind of wearable everyday shade. And yeah, it's not patchy in any way, which a lot of these kind of lighter pinks have a tendency to be. It's just looking really good. I don't have any complaints at this point. I'm going to be wearing this today, and I'm going to be giving you little updates, and then I will let you know how it wore, how long it lasted for, how it wore off, because I mean, let's face it, a lot of them do not go gracefully. You know, they like to just go as if they're like drunk and they've been on a night out and they're just stumbling home and they're falling in bushes and their shoes being kicked off. They've got a twig in their hair. That's how liquid lipsticks like to wear off. They don't do it gracefully a lot of the time. But anyway, we're going to see. I'm going to withhold my judgment. It does feel a little bit kind of mask-like and dry on my lips, but it's a liquid lipstick. I wouldn't expect anything less. So really nice. First impressions are really, really, really good. I mean, I love the shade. It was nothing like I expected it to be. Like nothing like I expected it to be. Even, I don't know. I mean, I suppose it does look quite similar to what it is in the bottle, but I don't know. I was expecting it to be a bit deeper of a shade, but anyway, I'm going to go now and I will be back with some little updates for you shortly. Okay, so I applied Rain at 11 and it's now 12:30. I've literally been sat here eating grapes, like, because that's what I do. I'm always eating whenever, well, I'm just eating, always. I'm eating alongside doing work, watching TV, just when I'm cooking. Even when I'm cooking, I'm eating. I mean, everyone does that, don't they? Like, you're cooking and you're eating. Just me? I don't know. But anyway, the liquid lipstick is actually wearing really well. I'm surprised because it definitely is like more of a sticky formula. It doesn't, like, it feels kind of tacky to the touch, even though it's not. No, it's not transferring, but it feels sticky still. Here's Andrea's come to say hello.
Hello.
Hey, do you like Mummy's liquid lipstick?
Yeah.
Do you think it's wearing nicely? So yeah, so far so good. Be keeping. Oh, don't, Andres, are you licking me?
Yeah.
I'll be coming back. Oh, Andres is licking me. I'll be coming back to give you a full update shortly. But so far so good. It feels okay as well. I'm liking it. She's liking it so far, and it's survived the grape eating situation really well. Look. A little bit of a line of demarcation, but okay, so I've had this on for about 4.5 hours now, and I am so impressed with it. I always seem to say this, but I've noticed, I always seem to say I was so impressed and I didn't think I would be. Buy affordable makeup, you think to yourself, well, surely it's not going to be that great, because if someone's selling a version of this for like, you know, 40, 30, well, not 40, but if someone's selling a version of this for like £20 more expensive, then how good can this one be? This is really good. Like, I don't have that much experience with liquid lipsticks. I'm not a huge fan of the whole, you know, dry, high maintenance kind of aspect of them. But I have a Jeffree Star one, I've got a Too Faced Melted Matte, and I've got a Lime Crime Velveteen. And this one is definitely not necessarily the comfiest, but in terms of how it wears down, brilliant. Now, I've been literally just sat eating grapes as if they are going out of fashion. Like, really, it's as if I had the last bowl of grapes that ever would have been grown in the world, and I was eating them, a whole packet. I ate a whole packet of grapes, okay? I had a coffee, I've had some quavers, and it's done really well. As I was sat there eating it, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is going to be like an absolute mess when I look at my lips. Not really. You can see it is starting to wear away, but unlike the Too Faced Melted Matte, it's not got that obvious line of demarcation. It's kind of wearing away, kind of in a fadey way. It's not like really obvious. Like, if I was at work right now and it was doing this, I wouldn't be bothered really, because you could still look at me, especially if you're not like right in my face. You'd look at me and think, that looks nice. And even up close, like, you can see it does look a bit dry, and it's kind of one of those more crumbly kind of wearing away liquid lipsticks. But I mean, I don't know if it's just the shade as well. The shade is quite similar to my lip colour. It's just not like immediately obvious that I've got something on there that's wearing away. I really like it, and it doesn't feel that dry either. This is definitely a thicker formula of liquid lipstick. Like, it's not as liquidy or like runny as the Velveteen or the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks that I've got. I really like it. I think the key is going to be just applying like a thin layer instead of like applying loads of it. I think with liquid lipsticks, just less is more really. As long as you've got an opaque coverage, and a good liquid lipstick should give you an opaque coverage in like one layer anyway. You shouldn't need to be layering up, really, I don't think. Look at me talking like I'm a expert in liquid lipsticks. I'm really not. I'm just a beginner really. I'm like amateur level 1, but I really like this one. I love the shade of it. I think that this shade would complement the majority of skin tones, and actually for the first time, other than maybe with Jeffree Star Posh Spice, I would feel confident wearing this to work, because I don't know, I would feel so confident with wearing it to work. And I've been giving my lips a bashing today. Believe me, they have had lots of things passing through, mainly grapes, but things have been passing through. So anyway, I think for £6, this is an absolutely brilliant option. Thinking as I was eating my grapes and I was like feeling my lips, I was thinking to myself, okay, so probably in my conclusion, I'm going to have to say, even though this is okay, I would probably spend like the £10 more to get like a Jeffree Star, or £9 more to get a Velveteen. But then I looked at my lips and I was like, hell no, spend £6 and get a very comparable, and actually, you know, this is really good. It's giving them a run for their money. I'm really impressed, really like this. I have no problem of recommending it because I think that this is one of the best liquid lipsticks that I've tried, and I think the cheapest. There we go, the cheapest. Okay, so that's it for my review. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know down below if you've tried any of these retro Luxe liquid lipsticks. I'd really be keen to hear what your thoughts are on them. And yeah, I just love this. Brilliant. So 2 massive thumbs up from me. I always feel so cheesy when I do that. But anyway, I'm going to go now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye. By the way, just to throw this in as a little addition to the end, I'm in love with this palette at the moment by, again, Makeup Revolution. This is the Eat, Sleep, Makeup, Repeat palette, and it's just amazing. Like, really, really good. I'm going to be doing a review on this soon, so you can see. I just think this is so much fun to play around with. For me, it's not an everyday palette. I wish I had the balls for this to be an everyday palette, but unfortunately not. But I do think that every makeup lover should have a kind of bold, bright, fun palette like this to play around with, because it just is fun. It's fun. It takes you back to the core of makeup being fun, I think, a bright palette like this. Anyway, just throwing that in there. I will be back soon with more. Bye.